category of disciples. When a person, an individual, receives the mantra, then he is called a Deekshitha, means one who has been given the deeksha or mantra deeksha. So among these Deekshitas are called initiated disciples. There are 3 categories, which is very interesting to understand, because after listening to this information, you can look at your own self and find out to which category you belong to. So don't miss the detailed description of it. 3 categories are: one is Arambha Yogya, that is initiate or Deekshita disciple in the beginning stage after receiving the mantra. Second variety is Madhya Yogya, means receiving the mantra as a Deekshita and in the middle phase of your mantra sadhana. Third one is called Antya Yogya, means a disciple who receives the mantra, becomes the Deekshita, and has reached the final or the end stage of mantra japa or mantra sadhana. Now let us understand in detail. Who is a Arambha Yogya? In this beginning stage, after receiving the mantra, he or she experiences a great deal of interest, dedication, devotion, enthusiasm to do the mantra. And for a quite length of time, he or she keeps doing it with all these virtues, with lot of enthusiasm. Say for example, if the Guru has asked you to do 1 lakh, taking 3 months, you would say, no problem, Guruji, I can finish it in 15 days and then come back to you for the next mantra. And they do, complete 1 lakh in a matter of 15 days. Also have seen such people. So with so much of enthusiasm, mental focus, determination and all that, love for the mantra, with all these qualities, they do the mantra. However, these virtues don't remain the same after a length period of time. Suddenly, for no reason, that active, dynamic spirit of this aspirant starts fading away. So it is not the same interest, it is not the same energy, it's not the same dedication and all that with which he is able to do the mantra japa. So till the end of his practice, with whatever goal that mantra has been given, the same qualities will not remain. So it is only meant for a short period of time. That is why he is called Arambha Yogya. And after that, it's very difficult for him to continue. Probably he will drop the mantra practice itself, or he may be doing it in a very mechanical way, not really interested in showing any progress. And when you come to the second variety, he is called Madhya Yogya. So these virtues which I was talking about in the Arambha Yogya disciple, like lot of interest, enthusiasm, energy and dedication, devotion, all these things. The second one, the Madhya Yogya, will not have in the beginning. When he takes the mantra, he might say, oh, why did I take this mantra? I was not really interested. Probably my son forced me, or my husband forced me, or my wife forced me, or my friend forced me. So I ended up taking the mantra, but somehow I am not very keen on doing it. So on and off, he would be doing the mantra, or sometimes he may drop it completely, and again after a couple of months he would feel, oh, what did I do? This is wrong on my part. I have to do the mantra and again pick up the thread of practice, and it goes on and off. So then suddenly that enthusiasm to take it to the finishing stage That is not there in the second one, Madhya Yoga. But initially he may not have the enthusiasm, but suddenly he picks it up, the thread of practicing mantra, he picks it up for some reason which is not very clear to the mind, and the enthusiasm that he did not have in the beginning, suddenly it picks up and he starts doing wonders with all kinds of these, energetic approach to mantra chanting. He will succeed to a greater extent in the middle period. Initial period, Arambha Yoga, he is not. But he becomes Madhya Yoga. In the middle of the stage of practice, he is very much interested in the mantra practice. And the third and the final is called Antya Yoga. These virtues of interest, enthusiasm, dedication, love, devotion and all these are not seen in the initial stages and not even seen in the second stage, that is Madhya Yoga category. But suddenly somehow he or she is hanging on to the mantra. In the beginning or in the middle also, touch and go type. Nothing much seriousness is reflected in his mantra practice or spiritual practices. But somehow he is hanging on to the mantra. So it will go on for a longer period. Not even the initial period, not in the middle period. But towards the end of achieving the goal, suddenly for no reason, he would pick up lot of interest, enthusiasm and all that. And then if it's like a marathon running race, In the marathon running race, what happens? They have been trained to keep up a normal speed in the initial phase of their running, so that they conserve a lot of energy. And even in the middle phase also of their running, they manage neither very fast nor very slow. So that at the finishing stage, when they have to touch the red tape, all that preserved energy, they push it out and then give a magical touch to their running and they become the winner. Something like that, Antya Yoga disciple, somehow he has conserved his energy, and when his mantra has to become a siddhi, mantra siddhi, become fruitful, he is into pushing and putting all the energy, enthusiasm and make his sadhana a successful one. So now the question is, who is the best among all the three? Obviously, the first one does it for a while and drops it. So the purpose of taking the mantra is not served. The second variety, on and off he is doing, and the middle period he shows a little bit of enthusiasm, he does it, but again after a while he drops that seriousness. So obviously, though in the first and the second stage of his practices, the aspirant is not very keen or enthusiastic, somehow he picks up that enthusiasm to give a beautiful, magical finishing touch and become successful in his mantra siddhi. He is the supreme disciple and a jnani or a man of wisdom.